Hi, I'm Christine Dion. You know, taking a good headshot requires makeup that brings out your features and looks natural. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to take a perfect headshot photo. We are going to always use our matte shadow palette. This is the Pro palette with Mode Dion. Really helps when doing photography or stage work. When you're working with photography, you want to stay with soft, neutral colors. Always matte. And you want to intensify it 1 or 2 shades darker than what you might use for street. You want to just emphasize the eyes enough to bring them out but not look overdone. One thing you never want to do when doing photography for a nice headshot is use black. You want to make sure that you're always staying in the brown tones. And open. Note that I'm bringing the shadow slightly above the crease and then halfway across the lid to pull the eyes up and define. That's going to really emphasize her eyes but not look overdone. Next, using the orangey shade, we're going to apply just above the brown, softly blending in the edges. With photography, especially for a headshot, which is what we're doing the makeup for today, this is going to need to be very well blended. You never want to see where one color begins and the other ends. Next, we're going to use the highlighter shade, way up high under the brow and then half onto the lid to pull those lids forward and lift up. Lastly, we're going to line along the lash line. This is again a little bit different from a stage look. We're coming right out to the corners. Now on stage, of course, we open it and don't close, but in this case, we're coming right up into the corner, blending it in. If your lashes are straight, be sure to use an eyelash curler to give them a nice upsweep. And close. Look at these gorgeous lashes. Notice that there's not one full row across with a band. It's just little tiny root lashes. And now we're going to just line very thin across the lash line so that you can just tie them in with the brown. No black here. And open. Beautiful. Now the white pencil. With a twist, you're going to apply it just on the ridge only. Very different from what you do for stage makeup. See how it's whitening and brightening those eyes. Gorgeous. After you're done with that, clean up all the residue underneath the eyes. I also like to put a little bit of the light shadow just underneath to help to pull the eyes open even more and brighten them. Beautiful. Photo makeup needs flawless skin. That's probably one of the most important part of a good headshot is to have flawless looking skin. So really spend your time on your foundation. I like to use a foundation brush to blend it in. And you want to go downward strokes, blending it in all around the nostril, onto the lips. Really create a flawless full finish with that foundation. Now, when it comes to stage, we choose our foundation to match our body. But when you're doing photo makeup, you're matching the throat. You're wanting your face to match perfectly to the throat so that it won't look too dark or too light. Concealer is really important, so you're going to want to blend your concealer in after the foundation just where you need it, especially in this inner eye area by the nose, and then blend it down onto the cheekbone. Gorgeous. All right, this is the tricky part now. We're going to set her face with the yellow-toned face powder, and we're going to make sure she's nice and matte. Very important when you're working with hot lights. All right, the lighter face powder is for highlighting features. You're going to want to highlight forehead, down the center of the nose, onto the chin, to pull this region forward. This looks beautiful on a headshot. Right down here. Fantastic. Another spot you're going to want to highlight are the cheekbones, right up through here. Now let's define those features by using a contour. And the contour is going to go along the jaw, the sides of the nose, and the sides of the forehead. It's also going to be used to create her cheekbone. Center of the ear to the base of the nostril, stopping 2 fingers out is where your cheekbone is. We're going to use 1 shade lighter. You can see the difference in these tones. Very, very neutral. Don't go too bright when you're doing a headshot. You want this look very soft. And I'm using this almost nude, pinky, soft beige, just to give her a gentle flush on the apples. I used a very neutral lip liner, pinky brown. Now ours is called Natural. You can see it on the lips. Cover most of the lip with the lip liner. At this time you can use a matte pinky beige lipstick. I like to use something with a little pink tone that has a sheen, especially because Leslie has a little drier lip. This will make her lips look more luscious. Little pink. And then, this is the pink. And then I'm going to use a little beige. So you can see the combo together here is really pretty and gives a very neutral tone. So I'm going to put that beige just in the middle of the upper and lower lip to create a little bit of duality. You can see a little bit of a layering effect to make the lips pop. Lastly, we're going to do mascara. And here is the finished polished face. Beautiful.